So I told you people, mercury has a peculiar kind of characteristic. So for that, what I'm doing is, I'm going to take an example like in a diagram way, okay? So let us see that. So that is given by, first I will take, okay, a tube, okay. So tube, one more tube, fine. Imagine in the first one, mercury meniscus, okay. Here inside this water is there, water meniscus. Meniscus means top, okay. So right now mercury I will take like this, okay. So how does mercury look like? If you check any thermometer, or suppose you go to a hospital and all for BP checkup and all, nowadays everything is electronic, olden days, mercury will rise inside that column. So if you take mercury in barometer also fine, you can see, okay. Usually in thermometer also during fever and all, usually doctors will use, right? So they will have the top portion of the liquid inside the what liquid, they will have, that means especially mercury, okay, it will have this kind of shape, okay, lightly curved shape towards facing upward. Whereas if you take water, okay, if you take water inside what? Inside the column or tube, at the top of the water column, water when it is raised inside, okay, it forms this shape. See? I'll read, so make it more proper. So exact opposite it looks. This much is enough. Like this. So why it is so is the question. So this is called upper meniscus, okay. Mercury is upper meniscus, we say, that is convex in shape, whereas water it is lower meniscus, that is why it is concave in shape, okay. So this is called lower meniscus, this is called upper meniscus. So imagine you have taken two tubes, and in one tube you have taken mercury inside, and one more tube you have taken water inside, and such. What is the area of cross section of tube? Much bigger? No, very minute you take. Okay, suppose it is possible means, or else you can check on the internet videos. What happens, when water is raised inside the column, water will have, the top portion of the water will have a concave shape like this, which is called lower meniscus. Whereas in case of mercury, it will have a convex shape, that means upper meniscus it is called. Why these are happening? Because if you check that, why it's happening, yes, the concept behind it is, yes, force of addition and force of, that means cohesion or cohesive force, adhesive force. So look at here upper meniscus, mercury, why it's happening? Because of mercury never wets any surface, okay. This is because of force of cohesion or cohesive force. That is why upper meniscus in case of mercury meniscus. Lower meniscus, why? Force of addition, correct? Addition. Because of this, water inside a capillary tube will have lower meniscus. Why? Because of force of addition between. Water will wet the glass surface, so they will tend to have lower meniscus. Whereas mercury here, mercury doesn't wet any surface, especially glass surface, of course. Because of this, because of the force of cohesion, cohesive force inside the mercury, it never gets attached to any other substance. So as mercury never gets attached to any other substance, it cannot make the surface wet or get attached. That is why it tries to be separate. That's why it has got upper meniscus. So what is meniscus? It is the top portion of the liquid which is there, which is raised inside a tube. Okay. What is upper meniscus? If the shape of the meniscus is in convex shape, and it is because of force of cohesion in the liquid, and this is called upper meniscus. You can write down as it is, like how I defined. What is lower meniscus? The meniscus, because of the liquid, suppose it has got a concave shape because of the force of addition, and then it is called lower meniscus. So I hope it is understood for you people. Like this you draw and neatly you have to write, okay? Because it's very important, because these are the general knowledge things which you have to remember, where usually some students they will neglect this, and some many complicated kind of questions in competitive national level examinations, they will come. So suppose you know nook and corner each and everything from these topics, it will help you a lot, okay? So this is all about meniscus, upper meniscus and lower meniscus, and the reason behind it and the concept behind it. Hope this is clear for you people. Okay, fine. So let me erase this. Yes. Next, let us go for the topic. So we can say it's a last topic actually. But before that, before going to the last topic, we'll go for a topic which regarding wetting the surface. As I told you already, because of force of addition, water usually wets the surface of glass or any other material. So in that wetting the surface, and suppose you put a drop of water, usually water will attain some kind of shape, whereas mercury will attain a different kind of shape. Let us see. It's actually a small topic, okay, regarding the force of addition, force of cohesion, regarding the meniscus, upper meniscus, lower meniscus, what is the reason behind it, the same thing, okay. And this can actually judged, suppose you go much more deeper in this, like calculating the concept of this. We have one particular topic there. Let us see what is that, okay. That is something called angle of contact, okay. This is actually something called angle of contact. So what is angle of contact? Let us see. Okay. So let me take this. A surface like this. Imagine a little amount of liquid is actually on the surface. Imagine little amount, not much. Much means it will start spread like this. No, very little amount. So when you drop almost a single drop like that, usually water drop, it looks like this, correct? Okay. So what is this angle of contact? This angle of contact means you are measuring microscopically, okay, like this. It's actually the angle, okay, made by the tangent. Okay, you can see here, angle made by the tangent to the liquid. Imagine a surface is there, horizontal surface. Imagine a drop of liquid you have poured on the surface. The surface of the liquid will attain some shape, okay. So of course you can see that. Imagine from the glass, just dip your one finger and take that water, and on the glass surface or a mirror you just place it like this. The water will have some curved kind of shape, okay. Why it is curved kind of shape I will tell you later, but observation is very easy to do. Suppose you just sprinkle water on any surface, it attains some kind of slight shape, right? Yes, so like this kind of shape it is attaining. So what is that angle of contact is? It is the angle made by the tangent. Where is the tangent? So in all the water, tangent is there. Tangent means it is actually a line. It is actually imaginary. That means we have to assume it. Okay. So angle made by the tangent in contact with the liquid surface. Okay. That is all about angle of contact. Or you can define like this also. You can take down. Angle of contact is the angle made by the tangent. Okay. I will write here. Angle of contact is the angle made by the tangent, angle made by the tangent to the liquid surface, to the liquid surface at the point of contact. Okay, so this is a definition of what? Angle of contact. Force of addition, force of what is that? Cohesion, everything we discussed. And why water wets the surface, why not? Okay. Now something regarding angle of contact, something like that we have discussed. What is this angle of contact? Very simple. If you just imagine you have sprinkled some liquid on any surface, the liquid usually, when it is actually in very minute quantity, they will attain a small a part of spherical kind of shape, okay, usually. It depends. Some liquids doesn't wet the surface, some does. For example, mercury never wets the surface. Water wets the surface, of course. So when you take water, the bottom surface of the water will be spreaded, whereas upper part is slightly, of course, in dewdrop, for example, you can see, right? Like this. So it's imaginary. What is that? Tangent. Angle of contact is the angle made by the tangent to the liquid surface. Angle made by the tangent to the liquid surface. This is the angle at the point of contact. This is called angle of contact. Okay. So theta you can see there. Okay. Next, in that first one, conditions are there. If theta means angle, okay, theta is acute angle. If theta is acute angle, single C, okay, sorry, acute angle, that means this is a surface, hope you can see that. Okay. So if theta is acute angle, then what happens, liquid will be like this. And angle will be less than 90 degree. In this case, what happens, liquid will wet the surface. Okay, liquid will wet the surface. That is condition 1. So in angle of contact, one more condition is there. What is that, If the angle is obtuse, that means more than 90 degree. If the angle is obtuse, what happens in this? That means how the liquid has to look, of course, like this. Surface, horizontal surface. Now angle has to be more than that, correct? So liquid will be almost like a drop. Now you can see angle of contact more than 90 degree. In this case, if angle of contact is obtuse angle, liquid do not wet the surface. Liquid will not wet the surface. Okay, students. So you can see there, initially we have discussed about angle of contact. So angle of contact, just basic diagram, of course it is less than 90 of acute angle, but generally speaking. So basic diagram is mentioned there, and definition of angle of contact. It is the angle of contact made by the tangent to the liquid surface at the point of contact. It's a measurement of angle. Microscopically we have to discuss, like in different questions it can be explained. Then there are two conditions. So first condition is, yes, if the angle, if theta is acute angle, what happens when this is acute angle? Of course the tangent drawn here will be actually less than 90 degree. So liquid will wet the surface. If the angle is obtuse, that means more than 90 degree. In this case, what happens, the liquid will almost gain a spherical in shape, and angle of contact, you can see there, the tangent. Okay, so the tangent will be like what? More than 90 degree. So fine, we can say one thing, that is, it doesn't, or the liquid will not wet the surface. Best example is mercury. That is why mercury will spread like in spherical shape and randomly move. Why? Because they will be in that shape, whereas water will be in this kind of shape. So hope this is clear for you people. There is no confusion in this. Okay, yes, fine. So that is all about angle of contact concept. So now let us go for the last topic of this particular chapter, and very important topic. Okay, last topic. It is something called surface tension. Okay, something called surface tension. Let us see what is surface tension. Like coefficient of viscosity we discussed, correct? Like that. This is also one of the property, okay, characteristic of liquid. Okay, that is called surface tension.